Hi everyone, welcome back to the You2 Can Show with Octa. As always, I'm joined by my trading mentee, Tolu. Tolu, how are you feeling today and what do you think about today's live trading session?
Feeling good, feeling excited, looking forward to it.
That's the spirit, Tolu. For viewers that are joining us for the first time, you're just partaking or participating in the You2 Can Show for the first time. Here's what you need to know. Tolu and I have been on this trading journey together, exploring the world of Forex trading, and she's aiming for her first $1,000 in profit. Today, we're going to take our trading knowledge to the next level with a live trading session. But before we dive right into the session, let's quickly recap our progress. And you can tell me, is there or are you facing any challenges with the learning process? Go ahead and tell me.
I don't know if I'll call it a challenge. It's more like a feedback and probably a question also. So
Yeah.
for the last episode we had, you were like you looked through some of the trades you already said I should place, and
Okay.
then you made some corrections, and one of it was about the lot size. You
Yeah.
said the lot size was way below what it was meant to be, that it's meant to be 1% of whatever the total amount of, at least 1% of the total amount of the total amount in the app. So,
Yeah.
for example, the total amount was like $5,000, so it was meant to be like 50. The lot size was meant to be like 50, but then, so I went back to practice. I actually like practiced and all of that. I felt like that was too much for me. So maybe you can maybe tell me what it should be, because I used 50 as I was meant to, and to me I was almost like having high blood pressure because it was like too much. So after that, I actually had to like reduce it again, like drop it, like let me use what I feel would make me feel stable. I don't know if you understand. So
Yeah.
I'll say what that's like my feedback basically. And I think the major challenge I had, I felt like that made me, it was now looking too fast and too, I don't know if you get my point.
Yeah,
Everything
totally.
was looking too much for me. So I think the fact that I'm a beginner, I'm meant to go slow and steady. So that was looking too much for me. That's like my feedback and the major challenge I had.
First off, thank you for sharing that feedback. And slow and steady is relative for a lot of traders. $10,000 can be something that a beginner trader can risk. 5,000 can also be something that a trader can risk as well. But what I can tell you to do is, obviously you're risking 1%, right? And you're not used to that amount of risk. So what you can do is to you create a demo account, right? That would fall into the amount that you can start trading with. So if you know you're not going to start trading with $5,000, create a demo account that if you're going to start trading with 1,000, no problem. Create a demo account with $1,000 so that when you're risking 1% or less than that, you'd get accustomed or you get familiar with the trading environment that revolves around $1,000. Did you get that?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's another thing you can do.
I
You can still go
understand.
on with your risk amount on this $5,000 account, but at some point, when you're very confident and you start to trade big funds, you would need to stick to 1% risk or even 2% risk. You need to still get familiar with, trading with a $50 risk, a $100 risk, because then your profit will be way higher than that. The profit you would aim for would be way higher than that. So, do you understand me?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Another thing you need to
Okay then.
understand is that learning from both the successes and the setbacks is very important in your trading journey. We're going to talk about trading strategies today, and I have to ask you, have you been, refining your trading style, and what aspects have you been focusing on?
Yes, I have actually.
Okay.
One major thing I know that I've been putting, like I said when you asked earlier, I have emotional stability, and one of the reasons I do is because before, when I came across the Forex market, I was always like on my phone 247 checking what is happening. Is this going well? Is it not going well? And all of that. But no,
Yeah.
what I do now is I okay, read the news. This is an high impact news. This is a low impact news. This is what is going to happen. Okay, so like I said, I followed some of the channels on Octa that resonates well with me. I followed them, and so I get notifications a lot from Octa, and then I read. Okay, I'm like, okay, this is bearish, this is bullish. Once I see that, okay, this is how it is going, I place a trade, and when I do, make sure that it's a lot size that is fine by me, and I also make sure I put my stop loss and I put my take profit. Once I do that, I have this rest of mind. So I can drop my phone, I can go do other things, and
Yeah.
I kind of have this ease. So that's what it is at the moment. Yes.
Ease is something that comes with trading in the right way. You know, at the end of the day, if you're doing the right thing and you're trying to, it's all about making yourself comfortable in the trading space. For example, you talked about putting your stop loss and take profit, and now you know that that's an automatic order. It's already set, so you can go about your everyday life instead of always coming to check and say, well, where should I put my stop loss, and making rash decisions. So that it's very beautiful to see that you're making good adjustments to your trading. And I hope that today's session will help you understand and answer most of the questions you have about trading. We'll trade live, and I'll just show you around the Octa trading account. Trading a platform, the Octa Trader on the web, and show you how to place orders and review positions and modify them. And would really understand. I'll really help you understand rather how to use the Octa Trader. Are you ready?
I am.
So with Octa, signing in is simple. You can use login, like you can see here. You click on login. You can either choose Gmail if you have an account created with Gmail, or an Apple account, an iCloud account, or your Facebook account. Or you can just go ahead and type in your email and password as well. Okay? And you can go ahead and log in. The steps are pretty straightforward and simple. All right, so here we have the chart window, and this chart window basically tells you when the market is trending, all the patterns we discussed, the uptrend, the continuation patterns, triangle patterns, reversal patterns like head and shoulder, double top, double bottom. This is where you see them play out. This is where you can identify them. And you can always change this to bars, hollow candles, line, area, baseline. You can see that there are multiple options you can use to interpret each asset, or you can just use the most popular one, which is the candlestick chart. Again, if you want to use indicators like the RSI indicators that we discussed, or the Bollinger Bands, MACD, moving average, all that, this is where you get to add them. For example, I just added the relative strength index, and you can see it down here. So most of the indicators would also, some indicators would show on the chart. Some would show, you can see Bollinger Band shows on the chart. Some would show down here, like the RSI would show down here. Mostly the RSI would show down here. You can also add the Bollinger Bands to this place anyway. But Bollinger Band shows here. The moving average will show on the main chart as well. And you can always change the time frame, right? So if you're looking at 4-hour candlesticks, you can always switch it over to 4 hours, which means that each candlestick here opened and closed within 4 hours. You can use the daily, and that would mean that each candlestick here opened and closed within the day, right? So that's for the window, the chart window. And you can always link this to your trading view, right? You can always link this to your trading view as well, and do any analysis you want to do on trading view by clicking this button. So down here, give me a second. So down here, you can see the window where you can find your open orders, your closed orders, your pending orders. Your pending orders would be buy limit and sell limit, which we're going to discuss in the next episode. But if it's open, then it comes to open orders, and you can see it right here. So if I want to go ahead and open an order here, let's say, for example, I just want to buy this, boom, you see it comes down here. Can you see that?
Yes.
Exactly. Now, if I close it, what happens? It goes to closed orders. These are some of the orders that we closed. If you remember when we closed this Bitcoin trade, so it has come down to closed orders. This is the one I just closed now. All right. So that's what this window is for. Another thing this window is for is, let me give you an example, right? Let's say we buy. You can always click whatever trade is open and add your take profit, add your stop loss. You can always edit it. click this pencil icon to edit your take profit and stop loss, confirm changes, and your take profit and stop loss has been applied. Okay, and you can close the trade with that button as well. All right, so I'm just giving you, and this is a demo account. I'm just trying to show you exactly how to use and navigate through the Octa trader. So you open a trade, it comes down to open, you click on the trade, you come up here, put your take profit, type it in, put your stop loss, type it in, you click on set, confirm changes, and now your take profit and stop loss has been imputed right here, as you can see. And if you want to close the trade, you can always close the trade here. Now, if you want to close this window, don't make a mistake of clicking here to close the window. You click up here to close the window. Close now means close trade. So if I close here, what happens? The trade is still open, right? Can you see that? But if I click on close now, the trade is closed. So you have to be careful so you don't close a trade when you just wanted to close the window. Now that's what this window is for. Over here, we have the market watch, right? This is the market watch. Here's the order section, the chart window, the orders section. Here we have the market watch. You can see the market watch where you can look at all the assets that is available on Octa. You have the Forex assets, indices, metals, energies, and digital currencies as well. And you can see that on this market watch window. So it displays a real-time list of financial instruments, like you have metals, energies, and you can also use it to identify the spread. As you can see, you have the spread, you have the ask and bid price. And remember, if you want to see the chart of any of these pairs, you just click on it and you can find the chart over here. You can see I just clicked on USD CHF and the chart came up over here. GBP USD comes up over here. CAD CHF comes up over here. So just like that, click on them. And if you want to do one-click trading, quickly buy or sell, put your lot size. You can always do it from here. If you want to do a pending order, buy limit, sell stop, which I told you I'm going to explain further or in detail in the next section, you can click here. So it's very easy and simple to navigate through the Octa trader. So let me know, so far, are you having any issues with understanding? Because I'm going to go over the space section right now. But do you have any questions concerning what I just explained?
No, I understand it.
Okay. So I'm going to move over to the space section. And this section is where you get to see analysis by experts in the Forex market. Just like here, you can always click and look at the pictures. You can read this to understand what the experts are saying. And also it's been indicated here that this is a 30 minutes time frame chart, just so you know what you're looking out for. And again, consider your risk before making a decision, because this is not trading advice. And you also have the option of liking, space rockets, hearts, thinking about it, disliking. You can even add yours if you want. All right. So again, the space section is where you get to see, analysis by experts. They're telling you what they're seeing in the market, the patterns that are being formed, and you can always check this out, and that can help you understand, the direction of the market. And you can also use that to refine your trading strategies as well.
Meet Octa Trader, an innovative trading platform with a cutting-edge analytical feed, all in one to help you reach your investment goals. With one trading flow across all devices. How to start trading with Octa Trader? Download the Octa Trading app and sign up. Now proceed to create your real trading account. And once it's ready, make a deposit. Choose suitable payment method and collect your deposit bonus. But before you start trading, explore Space, a customizable trading feed where you can select assets to follow and choose topics that suit your interests best. Find relevant ideas for your trading style and gain confidence in your decisions to trade with profit. Give instant feedback on trading ideas you like. Get to trading seamlessly from the feed and open an order in a few clicks. You can also set stop loss or take profit right away. Create your own strategy with other built-in tools like our indicators and our drawing tools. Create your pending orders precisely. Set the desired price. Edit or cancel at any time. All your trading statistics in one place. You can get notifications across all devices to be up to date on all relevant market events. Now you are all set for trading with Octa Trader. Start today.
Right up here, you see your margin, free margin. Remember, I explained this to you. Margin level, free margin is the amount you have to place more trades, as you can see here. Equity is your balance plus or minus your open trades. Floating profit is the current financial result of your trades, of your open trades, right? So if you're in the minus, it's going to show here. So let's say, for example, I place a trade, right? Example. Can you see that right here? You're seeing the floating profit is at 20 cents. And up here, it's also showing that the floating profit is minus 20 cents because I'm not in profit yet. Can you see that? Okay, quick question. Why did the trade just start in a loss? I opened the trade, I placed buy, and boom, it's already in minus. Why?
Okay, so that should be spread.
The spread. Perfect.
Yes.
That was a good answer. So that's the end of the introduction to Octa Trader software or the Octa trading platform. Let me know if you have any questions for me.
None.
No questions?
No question.
Okay, so right now I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about some of the things to consider before trading, things to consider when trading, and we'll come back here and I'll show you some patterns in the Forex market. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. Hi guys, lots of you have seen those deposit bonuses that Octa offers. However, not all of you know what a bonus is and how to apply it. So let me guide you through the process. Watch this video until the end and grab your 100% bonus for more profitable trading. Let's go. The deposit bonus increases your equity and free margin. It helps you open orders with a bigger volume. So here's how it works. If you make a $100 deposit and apply a 50% bonus, you'll get $150 for trading. This way, you can open more orders with a bigger volume, potentially increasing your profits. Now, let me show you how to use it. Log into your Octa profile. Find the promo code section in the side menu. Enter the promo code U2CAN and tap Activate. Initiate a new deposit method and choose your preferred payment method. You can choose from instant bank transfers, Nigerian local banks, Skrill, Netteller, and many more. Claim your 100% bonus in the checkbox and complete the deposit process. And that's it. Now you know what a bonus is and how to apply it. Good luck. So before we do that, quick disclaimer: any opinion, news research, prices, analysis, or other information discussed in this training or linked to this presentation are provided as general market commentary and do not constitute investment advice. So what are you going to learn today? Things to consider before trading, things to consider when trading. I'm going to go over to the charts and show you some of the patterns that we discussed, and we'll do an order review and you get to ask me some questions if you have any. So what are the things to consider before you start trading? First, the trading platform, right? You're looking at if this platform gives you multiple options, like you have the Octa platform that gives you multiple charting options, baseline, line, holo candles, candlesticks, all that. You can take advantage of that. Also have technical indicators, real-time data feeds. These are things that I just showed you that are available with Octa Trader, and with Octa, you can also trade with MT4 and MT5 aside the amazing Octa Trader that you can use as well. You also want to look out for currency pairs, right? Why is currency pair an important thing to consider? If you have a long list of currency pairs to choose from, you can always diversify, because some of these currency pairs are correlated and some of them are not correlated as well. So you want to be able to diversify and know when to trade a particular one or when to trade another one, okay? So currency pairs are important. And you need to know that with currency pairs, as a beginner trader, you don't want to just start trading all the currency pairs at once. You want to take it one step at a time. You start learning one particular one, or probably Euro USD or GBP USD, because these are major pairs in the market. And as you get better at them, you can continue to diversify. Another thing to consider before trading is fundamental analysis. You want to look out for the events of the day and try to understand, what's going to happen today, the potential news release, and stay updated with past events, forecasts, and future reports to understand the different currencies' potential strength and weaknesses. I don't know if you remember when I told you that with trading, it's all about looking at strength and weakness of different currencies, and you can use that to understand which currency you should buy, which currency you should sell. Another thing to consider before trading is time frame. You want to look at a time frame that corresponds with your trading approach. If you're a swing trader, you wouldn't have any business with the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame. If you're a day trader, you don't have any business executing trades on the daily time frame. You can use the daily time frame for analysis, but you're going to be executing your trades on the lower time frames. You also want to understand how technical analysis works, including the indicators. That can help you identify possible entry and exit points when you know how to use these tools. You also want to know key levels in the market, areas of supply and resistance, support and resistance rather, areas of supply and demand where a market could make retest, bounce, or even grab liquidity. Some of these tools that you can use are trend lines, horizontal lines, Fibonacci indicators. These are some of the amazing tools that you can use to identify your key levels. When we get over to the backtesting section, I'll show you how these tools work. And finally, the things to consider before trading would be your approach that decides your entry, right? What do you want to see? A lot of times as traders, we just get into the market and we see a candlestick pushing upwards and we just want to join that candlestick. You need to have a defined entry. Your entry can be defined by a combination of fundamental analysis, technical tools, indicators, chart patterns, candlestick momentum. Those are you need to have multiple confluences or multiple confirmations, at least 3 confirmations, and the final one should be a candlestick momentum, and that can be your requirement. You also need to have your exit requirements, right? Stop loss and take profit levels should be put in place to safeguard your capital. And finally, proper risk management. You need to use a stop loss order. You need to use a conservative lot size. You need to not risk more than 2% of your trading capital on each order. So these are some of the important things that you need to consider before you execute a trade. And when you're executing the trade, here are some important things you need to consider as well. Now, after you've opened your trade and you've executed whatever trade it is that you want to execute based on your analysis, you want to keep an eye on any changes or pertinent market news that could influence your position. Sometimes it may not be market news. It could just be sentiment. It could be anything, that can push the prices wildly up and down. So you want to keep an eye on your charts once in a while. You don't have to be so focused on it every time, but you can just check it at intervals to know what's going on with your trade. And also, if something happens, probably you're in an uptrend, you're buying and you see the market show you reversal patterns, then you can start putting your stop loss into profit, or you can start looking for areas where you should exit that trade. Okay, it's not every time the market goes in your favor that it continues to go. Sometimes it reverses before it continues. Sometimes it just changes its course. Okay, so you may not always catch all the movements of the market. You need to be prepared for every reversal when the market makes an impulsive move. All right, so those are the important things you need to look out for before you trade and when your trade is open. Let me know, do you have any questions before we go to the live session?
No question.
All right, no questions. All right, so now we're back to the Octa Trader, and I just showed you how to put indicators. If you want to take the indicators away, you can always come up here, click on it, and click on remove, or click on hide if you want to hide it, and it's gone, right? So one of the ways that you can look at the chart, one of the approaches you should have to the chart, should be an eagle eye type of approach, right? What do I mean by that? So let's say, for example, we're looking at Euro USD, right? Over here. An eagle eye type of approach would be to approach the market from the higher time frames, the monthly time frames. Regardless of your trading style, you could be a scalper, a day trader, regardless, you want to look at the monthly time frames to be able to know what's going on this month. Are we more bullish this month? Were we bearish last month? Are we continuing to be bullish? Are we continuing to be bearish? As you can see here, in the Euro USD market, in January it was bearish. In February, we had a doji candlestick right now, and the current candlestick here is telling us that we're bullish, but it hasn't closed yet. It's a bullish candlestick right now, but it hasn't closed yet. As a matter of fact, we're seeing the sellers pushing these candlesticks down. This particular candlestick, we're seeing the sellers pushing it down. So what do? We go to the lower time frames. You can always use the higher time frames also to spot your support and resistance levels like I'm doing here. Okay, but I don't execute trades on the monthly time frame. I just use it to identify areas of supply and demand or support and resistance, as you can see here. So what am I going to identify this level as? This level that I painted red, this one down here, is it an area of support or an area of resistance?
Support.
Support. How about this one up? This one that is purple. Let me paint it blue. This one that is blue. Support or resistance?
Resistance.
Resistance. How about this one purple in the middle?
I'm confused actually. So this in the middle is supposed to be resistance, and
do you remember the mirror support and resistance I told you about? When we talked about types of support and resistance, and I talked to you about mirror support and resistance. Do you remember?
not really.
Okay. So what happens to resistance when resistance has been broken through? What happens to it?
It becomes a new support.
The resistance becomes a new support, right?
Yes.
So that's what I call mirror level. We talked about it in the last session, and I told you that if support is broken, let's say, for example, we have resistance here. Let's see. Resistance, broken above, came back here. So what is this going to be for it? Broke above resistance, came back here. So what are we going to call this now?
That's going to be support.
Support, right? Broke below
And this
it
will be
and came back here to make a retest with this red candle that you're seeing right here. So what are we going to call it at this point? This one here. It broke below support, came back to retest. So what is it? What is it retesting? Is it retesting support or resistance?
the retesting support. No, it is retesting resistance. I'm not too sure.
Support is where? Up or down?
Down.
Down. So if we broke support here and we're coming back up, what are we retesting?
We're retesting resistance.
Why? Why is it resistance? Why is it no longer support? What's the rule of mirror level support and resistance? When price breaks through support, it becomes
once price breaks through support, it becomes resistance.
So why is the price retesting here? Because price has broken through support and is retesting what?
Resistance.
And as it has broken through resistance, it has come back here to retest to as what? What's it retesting here?
It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back to retest as support.
Went up here, retest resistance twice, couldn't break above it. It has come back down to break below. Below what? What did it break below?
To break below support.
Exactly. And you can see that it also tried to break below here, but couldn't. It finally broke below, came back up, and came to find support here as well. So can you see how the key levels are playing out?
So sorry, can I like try to say it again to see if I completely understand what you just explained?
Yes, you can, but we're going to use a different asset for that.
Okay.
Yes, because I don't want you to just say it's based on everything you're seeing here. This is where you can identify all the tools. Here. The rectangle tool I used for this, the arrow, you can use it from here. You can go back, and that's your assignment. You can go back and play around with these tools. When you get back, I want to see an analysis that you've done with these tools on your chart. Let me give you a different chart. Let's use GBP USD, right? So while it's loading, do you understand how we're able to identify areas of supply and demand on Euro USD on the monthly time frame?
I think I understand.
You think? You have to know that you understand. And if you don't know, you can
Yes.
always tell me and I'll correct you. So we identified an area here. What's this area? Area of what? This GBP USD on the monthly. This is an area of what? Support or resistance?
Support.
Okay, perfect. Now, the key levels on the monthly time frames are stronger. Areas of support on the monthly time frame will be stronger than the area of support on the 15 minutes time frame. The price would respect stronger to the higher time frames than it would to the lower time frames. Now, this area is area of what?
Resistance.
Resistance. And this level is area of what? Which level is
so
this?
From what I understand, this level can be resistance or support.
It's called the mirror
Depends on
level.
the movement. Okay, the mirror level.
So price came back down here, created support, pushed back to retest resistance, couldn't break above resistance, came back down, created resistance here, retested on another resistance here, came back down to test support, retested resistance, couldn't break, finally broke above resistance, and went to make a retest where? Where is this level?
Sorry, come again. The price
Retested at resistance, came down to break below support. What is this support going to be? What is this support? What is it going to be for price now? This support that you broke below, that's pushed back up, and what is it going to be for price? What level would it be?
it's going to be resistance.
Sorry?
Resistance is always meant to be above. It's meant to be support. Mirror level.
So if
because I didn't hear what you've been saying since, like, network is breaking.
if price breaks, you have been listening to me. If
No,
price,
I've not. Oh.
yes, you have. If price breaks below support, that support level becomes what?
Price breaks below support. It becomes another support.
So if price breaks below support, price goes back to test at support. What's the rule of mirror level? What's the rule of the mirror level? What does the mirror level say? If price breaks below support, it becomes
a new support.
What?
Sorry, now you know that I've not been listening.
If price breaks below support, you literally answered this question. So there's no way you don't know what it is. If price breaks below support, just like it did here, let me use my arrow to show you. Breaks below support. That support level, this support level now becomes new what?
It becomes a new support.
So
level.
Support is where, up or down?
Down.
Okay. So you're telling me that this level right here, as the price has broken below it as support and is going back up, is going to be a new support?
Breaks below it. If it is going back up, it becomes resistance.
That's what I've been asking you.
Oh, when you were saying below, I didn't get.
Yeah, price broke below. Look at it right here. Are you following my cursor? Look at it. Price broke below support. Once price breaks below support, it is a potential resistance. That support becomes new resistance. If price breaks below support and is making a retest at that previous support, the previous support is going to serve as what?
Okay. Okay, becomes a resistance.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So do you understand how support and resistance works on the live chart right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we're going to do a review, and I'm going to go ahead and ask you some questions about your trading journey and also your strategy. And in the next section, I'll introduce you to some important trading topics, pending orders, and we'd also get to do a live chart analysis as well in the next session. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we will do.
But I have a question though.
Of course, go ahead and ask me.
Okay, so support line and resistance line, are they imaginary lines? Or are they lines that were actually meant to be seen? Because I was looking out for them after we did the last episode, and I was wondering which is support line, which one is resistance line. So, like, are they imaginary lines that were just imagined that they are there, or they are lines that one is actually meant to be able to see?
That's a very good question, but at the same time, it's a funny one. I'm going to go ahead and answer you, Tolu.
Okay.
I always tell you that you should take the theoretical aspect of trading and apply it to your charts. What is a support level? Do you know what a support level is?
Wow, definition.
Yes. What is when you say support and resistance? What is support and what is resistance?
So I can't remember the definition, but I know that it is a line that, or a level where the price, I don't know how to explain it. Price goes down and gets to a particular point and cannot go beyond it or below it.
Is that support or resistance?
Where you can break below is support.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So is this a level that price cannot break below? This level here. Can you see the arrows I just pointed? 1, 2, 3. Can you see?
Yes.
So this level shows you that the price got to this point but couldn't break below, right? And even when it broke below here, it didn't sustain it, it pushed back up. So it still serves as a strong support level. Can you see that?
Yes.
Was this imaginary or you're actually seeing it on your charts?
I'm seeing it.
So you don't imagine with trading. You see, you analyze what you see, not what you imagine. They're not imaginary lines. And you define this yourself, which means that you've learned about it. You've learned about support and resistance. You know how it works. So when you go to the chart, look at what it is you've learned. Resistance means the area where price is being resisted from going above, just like you have here. They are not imaginary lines. You don't just imagine, you have to see them. And if you can't see them, you don't have to force them to be there. They are very, very much visible. As you can look here, very much visible. You can see it here. I can also indicate this here, resistance. I can indicate trend line support here. You can see up here, trend line support. You can find it here. Got it. 1, 2, 3. These are served as support for this asset. So what I want you to do is to go back and intensively watch these videos and practice based on the teachings. Don't practice based on imagination. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right. We're going to go over to section 2, where I'll review your strategies and ask you some questions regarding your trading journey. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you some questions. But before that, do you have any questions you want to ask me?
No.
Okay. So your first question is, what did you understand about candlestick momentum? I tell you a lot about candlestick momentum. And this is just a review because I have to understand if you know exactly what you're doing with trading and your trade execution, if you know the confirmations you need. And I always tell you, candlestick momentum are, the final confirmations that you need for your trades execution. So what do you understand about it? I just gave you a hint, a very huge hint that you can make an answer out of. So tell me, what did you understand about candlestick momentum?
So I understand it, but I'm trying to see how to explain it.
Okay, take your time.
Candlestick momentum is like that point, a candlestick, like, should I say the point the candlestick gets to how do I explain this?
Every single thing that is here shows you candlestick momentum. Now, the momentum can be much, just like you have here. Look at this green candlestick. That's huge. That's bullish momentum. The momentum can be small, like this doji candlestick, which is no momentum. It doesn't show you any momentum at all. Right? So momentum is just these candlesticks that show you there is a huge, you can definitely tell that the buyers were in control of this candlestick. You can definitely tell that the bears or the sellers were in control of this particular one. Engulfing candlesticks are also some definition of momentum candlesticks. Even hammer patterns can still tell you that the buyers took this candlestick to the top. That shows you momentum as well. You're going to say
so
something.
I actually understand, but yes, I understand, but the question says, what do I understand by candlestick momentums? How would I have explained or defined it?
Exactly what I just explained
that's
to you.
got me.
Candlestick momentum is the ability. What do you understand about candlestick momentum? Candlestick momentum.
So I was going to say like the movement of each candlestick. Would that have explained?
Yeah, but not just
properly?
the movement, but the ability to understand who is in charge of each
candlestick. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I said I was going to say like the movement of each candlestick.
No, not just the movement, but the ability to understand who was in charge of each candlestick. The momentum tells you the buyers were in charge or the sellers were in charge. You can find that out by the momentum of the candlestick. So, do you understand candlestick momentum now?
Okay, so the movement of the candlestick showing whether buyers are in charge or sellers are in charge.
Exactly.
Or buyers are taking over. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, second question, right? What would you look out for in significant value areas, like key levels? In a key level, just like we are looking at support and resistance key levels. When the price is at support or is at resistance, what do you look out for?
To see if it is going to break through,
or
if it is going to break through either support or resistance, or
if
it is going to rebound, if it's going to, should I say, bounce back or rebounds?
Correct. That was amazing. If at key levels you look out for a break or a bounce. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. What is a good time frame to view the market for the long-term forecast?
Okay, so for long-term forecast, I would say this is long-term, at least a month.
A month?
A month time frame. Day might be too. Okay, so the time frames we have 5 minutes, 15, we have 4 hours, we have a day, and we have on monthly. So for long-term forecast, I'm saying looking at it on the monthly time frame would be better or best.
For long-term, monthly is good, daily is good, weekly is good as well for long-term forecast. That was amazing. Do you have any questions for me, Tolu?
No, none.
No questions. All right. That's the end of our live trading session.
No question.
And tell me, how was the experience for you?
It was, at first it was confusing, but I got to understand better. So I'd say it was insightful, more like well explained.
Okay, perfect.
Actually understand better.
So here's what I want you to do, right? After this session and after every session that we have, I want you to take out some time to watch the video again. Just watch the video without practicing, just to watch the video again. And then when you're practicing, watch the video as you're practicing. Practice makes progress in trading. And if you have any questions at any point in time, or you want to have answers, or you want me to do an explanation to something you don't understand, you can always reach out to me and I'll answer any questions that you have. To the people watching, I hope you gained some valuable information today. If you did, let me know in the comments. And remember that the journey to becoming a successful trader is an ongoing journey, but with dedication and guidance, you can achieve your goals. In episode 8, we're going to look at some advanced strategies and talk about risk mitigation as well. I'll introduce Tolu to hedging, events trading, market sentiment analysis, and we'll do a Q&A session. Okay, thank you very much, guys, for all your attention and replies in the comments. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them now. And always hit the like button if you've learned something new today. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on new episodes. And if you're ready to embark on your trading journey, remember, practice makes improvement. Keep learning and keep growing. Stay tuned for more episodes where we go ahead and tackle more exciting topics in the Forex market. And while you're waiting, you can join our Telegram channel where you'd find links to various educational materials. You can also connect with like-minded traders and be part of a traders community. Once again, thank you everyone for joining, and thank you Tolu as well for joining. Remember to go back and practice and watch the videos as well. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.